Welcome everyone to Through the Table Podcast. This week we discuss Wrestlemania. Tonight we'll be featuring the sensuous, the mysterious JL, the Mac Daddy of Violence, Rick, straight from the big fight on Oscar night, we're talking about the Hollywood Hitman, Russ, the greatest EWA champion of all time, Tom, and the host of Through the Table Podcast, the glue that holds it all together, the straw that holds the drink. I'm talking about the one, the only, Brian. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Through the Table Podcast.
When's the Hall of Fame tonight?
After SmackDown, apparently.
SmackDown?
Yeah.
On the same channel or?
No, I think it's on Peacock only. Fox isn't going to run it because they've got to go to their nightly news at 10 o'clock.
Right.
Sports, but I don't believe it is. As far as I know, it's just on the Peacock.
I'll put the phone and I'll put the AEW on the TV.
There you go. All right, just don't watch the Hall of Fame and just watch it later.
Yeah, I can do that too.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother watching the Hall of Fame.
It's the only thing of this weekend from WWE that I'm actually looking forward to.
Why else would you look forward to anything else, really?
Really nothing. Like, you look at the card, it's like,
Awful.
What is there to be excited about?
Don't know.
Edge and AJ, all right, but they keep.
Mm-hmm.
That's one match. I mean, obviously Reigns and Lesnar, sure.
Yeah, but you've seen it 20,000 times already. I mean, what else can they really do?
Right. I had an idea, considering neither of them were on the card, on the WrestleMania card, but you have Ricochet, who's the IC champ, and you have Finn Balor, who's the US champ.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just have them go out there and do 15 minutes and just let them, like, you know what I mean, have like an unreal match, like a New Japan Juniors match, you know what I mean, and just let
they
the
should,
crowd
but
wait.
there's no Hollywood actor in that match or anything.
No.
How do you not have the IC or the US champ have a match at Mania, but you have stupid ass Almost who can barely move against Bobby Lashley?
Bobby Lashley will be back on the injured list again after that match. No doubt.
There's so many matches in the next two nights that just doesn't make any sense. Like, you just threw together and said, okay, we're gonna put these guys in.
Like, even
Mm-hmm.
the Mysterios versus the Miz and Logan Paul or whatever. Like, first of all, that's just terrible.
Yeah.
But so they did a thing last week where Miz stole Rey Mysterio's mask.
Right.
It's like, then they got it back this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why, you know what I mean? At least why would you do that payoff?
That should be at the pay-per-view.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. Yep.
Because from what I mean, usually they especially nowadays with the commentary, everything that's said on commentary is there for a reason.
Right.
And they kept like saying how Dominic Mysterio needs to earn his Ray wants him to earn his mask and all this stuff, and so it's like I kind of have a feeling that Dominic might be getting a mask after WrestleMania at some point.
Oh, thank God he needs it. He couldn't look more like Eddie Guerrero if he tried.
Really?
He's even growing his hair out like him. He looks so much like him.
Yeah.
The older he gets, the more Ray might need to do some explaining, or Mrs. Mysterio may need to do some explaining.
That's more like it, right?
And there's nothing. There's, like I said, maybe Edge and AJ Styles, because that's a a match that you would have loved to have seen 15 years ago. But again,
Yeah.
that's a match you would have loved to have seen 15 years ago. 47-year-old Edge against 45-year-old AJ Styles, maybe not as exciting as when they're in their mid to late 30s.
Sure. Right. Exactly.
I couldn't care less about Becky Lynch or Bianca Belair.
Oh, but she cut her hair.
Oh, no, not that.
Or she cut the extensions of her hair.
What is the match list? Do we actually have the match list?
I'm looking at it right now.
We've done this with AEW pay-per-views. Let's go down the match list and kind of see if there's anything in these matches that is exciting. I wish Russ was on, because he would be like, "Oh no, this is the greatest card in the history. This is a stupendous WrestleMania."
So I'm on Wikipedia, the most trusted source for wrestling information
or information in general.
Yes. So this is Saturday. I don't know if it's like there's. I don't know if it's any order, like if this is the actual order or what, but
I've only heard of one thing that I know. The main event isn't a main event. It's the KO show. That's
so
in the last position. Yeah. He said
he
said it during his Raw interview on Monday.
Yeah. It's not even going to be a match. It's just going to be Austin coming out.
That's ending the show, supposedly, from what everyone's been saying.
That's stupid.
If you've seen pictures of Austin lately, he needs a shirt on.
But the thing I don't understand is, what I mean? Like Austin came out and stunned the New Day like 3 or 4 WrestleManias ago. There's no difference. Like I don't understand why, like they're making a big deal out of it. Like this is like he's gonna wrestle this crazy 20-minute match with Kevin Owens.
No,
he's not even wrestling.
No.
But this is why they got to realize that their product is absolute garbage right now. And in order to get people to buy tickets and to, do the Peacock thing or whatever, they need to advertise it as if Austin's working a match.
Right.
But it really is the exact same thing that happened with the New Day. There's nothing different.
Right.
It's not a match.
No, not at all.
No. So for matches, there's 7 on night one. On night one.
Okay.
So there's Becky versus Bianca.
Couldn't care less.
And then there's the Mysterios versus the Miz and Logan Paul.
Awful.
Nope. No interest.
Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin.
Oh gosh.
Forgot that was a match.
Oh, it gets better.
Couldn't you have like Lashley versus Drew McIntyre again? If you're just going to throw these guys in a random match, could you just have them go at it like they did last year as like a, kind of like a WrestleMania revenge type of thing? Anything that would be better.
Sorry, if you want better, there's the Usos versus Nakamura and Rick Boogs.
I love Nakamura.
At least there's no celebrities involved in that one.
Yep.
The New Day, Kofi and Woods versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland with Butch.
God.
Wouldn't the New Day versus the Usos make more sense for your biggest show of the year? For the
787,000th time?
Do it in a cage.
You're doing, put them on the show. At least it'll be a decent match. Not that
they did Hell in the Cell like that
times. Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
It's just what is it? It's the New Day versus who?
Sheamus and Ridge Holland.
Sheamus and Ridge Holland.
So is this to see who Ridge Holland can paralyze next?
Yes.
Which one of the New Days?
He's going through the New Day. Yep.
I'm surprised they didn't put Butch in that match just to get Ridge Holland out of it.
They might. You never know.
And after that is Seth Rollins versus to be announced.
So Cody.
Goldberg.
I don't know. Cody hasn't signed yet.
Goldberg.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Also,
I've heard a lot of stuff with Cody over the last day or two that he isn't going to be there.
Really? I haven't seen any of that. Everything I've seen says that he's been there and he's been spotted down there.
He's there. He's in town. It doesn't mean he's in town for that.
William Rotundo was
He's in
kinda
town too.
alluding to the fact that he may be there.
Supposedly when Cody met with WWE, this is according to Dave Meltzer, that the money wasn't what they promised him.
It's not shocking.
And he hasn't signed anything, and he's debating even showing up right now.
Or they might be saying that
It could all be a
because
hoax, but we don't know.
it's
Unless
the
he
worst
shows
kept
up.
secret.
Unless he shows up at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view tonight.
Well, you'll know tonight. There's a
That'd be
few
funny.
surprises involved tonight from what everyone's been saying.
See, this is why JL should be on, because as he's watching it, he could be telling us.
Yep.
Or we could see if he'll give us his password and we could just
Does he have
I feel
Honor
like-
Club, or has he ordered it on Fight?
I'm sure I doubt he has Honor Club.
I feel like his password would be boobs69.
No, it's some weird ass thing with a bunch of like like
Tilde? Is there a tilde?
semicolon and parentheses and
Krieger.
stuff.
Gregor.
No, that's Craig's
Krieger.
pass. We might as well type that one in. I bet you could get into something.
Gregor with his tilde.
Tilde.
What an awful website.
Took me forever to find a goddamn tilde on my keyboard.
I've never had to use a tilde since.
Nope, I never will. I've refused to.
Gregor.
Yeah, that's a pretty lackluster first night.
That's a terrible first night.
I would say so. Who else is? Have you heard for not Goldberg, for Seth Rollins' opponent? I've heard Shane.
Yep,
Shane,
Shane's
yep.
in town. There's a lot of stuff if he's the backup if Cody doesn't do it.
They have a few. So it's obviously Shane Goldberg,
Yep.
because he's there.
Yep.
William Rotunda's there.
Mhm.
There's like so many people that are down there that they could just throw some money at and say,
Exactly.
come on in.
Because WrestleCon had tons and tons of people there,
Yeah.
like the veterans and stuff. So they could give anybody a one-day contract to do it. I mean, it's real possible.
I think it'd be funny if it was just like Shane or something.
Yep.
It probably would be, because he was planning for that one for Mania before his whole Royal Rumble thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was the match he was planning on doing with him for Mania.
Then that makes sense then.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Everyone
Huh.
thinks it's Cody, but who knows? I wouldn't be
Yeah.
shocked if it was Shane after all.
Yeah. And then we got, I guess, the supposed main event, I guess, with Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey.
That's night one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they doing both women's title matches in night one.
I guess
Because
so.
when
Weird.
Ronda first won the Royal Rumble, that it was like a week or two after that. That's when they
Yeah.
announced that
Yeah.
it was going to be the main event of WrestleMania.
I
Oh,
think
night
they're-
one.
I would hope they've been rethinking that since, seeing as Rousey can't get over.
Well, if they've said the KO show's main eventing that slot or ending the
Yeah.
night, then I guess that could be your main event, but it's not your last thing that they're showing.
She is god awful.
Yep.
Charlotte, yeah.
Both. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All the above.
Ronda can't get over. She can't do a move, and she can't talk.
She was on Ellen. It was a disaster, I guess.
Oh, it was terrible. I actually saw a clip of it. And it was just
it was
awful.
so bad.
The love of God, can someone teach her how to do eye makeup? If I can do eye makeup better than a woman, there's a problem.
She's so boring, and everything gets to her. She's so emotional about that.
Well, that's what you would mention that in the chat, that all she does is complain.
Yeah, she was on Ellen complaining about it. She goes, I wish everyone would just root for me because I don't like it when people boo me. And it's like, oh my God, get some thicker skin, please.
But maybe that's how she's becoming a heel, though, too.
I don't know. I guess she's always crying in the back and people have to help her out because she doesn't like when anyone's mad and doesn't like her.
Wasn't she the most feared woman on the planet at one point?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's before she got a punk card pulled and got
Oh, God.
her head kicked in.
Mm-hmm.
Got this
Right.
snot kicked out of her.
Yeah.
I remember watching
That was
that
it.
too.
She got exposed and then just went, wow. no, just right, just that
Yep.
was it. And then she's like, wrestling.
Yep, pretty much.
The match that she had before that too, it wasn't the final one that she got really obliterated, but the one before that where she barely won.
Mhm.
You could see the
Yeah.
weaknesses starting
Oh,
to
yeah.
happen,
Mhm.
the chink in the armor, if you will.
Right.
And then then you
Yeah,
knew.
and then Holly Holm just kicked her face off.
Oh man,
And that was
I'm
it.
at Miller's Ale House in Watertown, which doesn't exist anymore, which is a shame. So they used to have a meal called the 37 Shrimp, where they actually gave you 37 shrimp, and sometimes they gave you more than that. Yes, I counted.
Wow.
It was amazing. It's like $7 for 37 shrimp and fries. But
Now it's $50.
exactly. We were watching, and I was saying to my buddies, I was like, Rousey's about to get the crap kicked out of her. And I remember my buddy Cisco was like, no, that's not going to happen. No way. No, I was like, no, seriously, watch. And what was it, like 37 seconds in, she is just getting the snot completely destroyed out of her. He just looks at me like, how did you know? I was like, you could see it. You see it in her eyes.
Yeah. Yep. She had already moved on.
He was checked out.
For sure.
So that's night one. Wow.
Yeah.
Two
night
women's
one.
title matches, both of them on night one, which is strange
Yeah.
because
Very.
then you're struggling to find ways to put women in night two.
So you have,
I don't
you
even
have
know if there
two
are any.
in night two. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a
Oh,
ton
that,
of
that
women.
Oh,
in night
yeah.
two.
those stupid tag team matches that no one cares about.
Yep.
I forgot about those.
Yep. So there's, hold on. So there's two women's title matches. There's 1, 2, 3 tag matches and 2 singles matches.
Night one.
Yeah. Yep. And then the Kevin.
For a company that hates tag teams, they sure are throwing a lot of tag team matches in their biggest event of the year.
They got to get people in it. Remember what
Yeah.
was that? Was it WrestleMania 7? No, we went 15, I think, with the hardcore battle. Like they just
Yeah.
That's when they just started
Mhm.
putting everybody on WrestleMania.
Yeah, they want to give the people the payday. That's why they did the battle
Yeah.
royals there a couple of years ago.
The battle royals, and then like what was that? The when the APA just teamed up with Taz at random WrestleMania. It was
Yep,
just like
right.
they're
Yeah.
just putting everybody on these
Yep.
shows.
They just want to give them that payday.
So night two, the first match I have listed is like you said, the women's tag match. So that's Zelina and Carmella, Sasha, Naomi, Rhea and Liv, and Natalia and Shayna Baszler.
First off, the only team out of that group that's actually halfway decent is Rhea and Liv, and that's only
Yeah.
because they have really good chemistry together.
Yeah.
Whoever decided to put them together, that's probably one of the smartest moves that they've done.
Didn't I say that on a podcast or in
Yes,
the
you
chat
did.
like a couple
Mhm.
weeks ago?
Mhm.
Did you?
Yep. Yeah.
I thought I did. Yeah.
I haven't been on in like 3 weeks, so
Me neither.
it probably did. But it is though, like that team is actually, that makes sense and it works,
And they should win.
which means they're going to
better
be feuding.
win. That means they won't.
Yeah, they'll be on different teams within 2 weeks.
Because they're perfect too. Because it's like you
Mhm.
have Rhea, who you know what I mean, like takes the hot tag. You have Liv that could just bump.
Yeah. Take the beating and then you tag out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's almost like a Shrek and Donkey thing where you have like this giant and Liv just kind of as Donkey just jumps into her arms.
True.
Shrek and Donkey.
I don't get the
And no one's
Natalia-
compared those two together before.
Probably not the best comparison to those two, but yet it works. I don't get the Natalia and Shayna Baszler one, considering that they were feuding on
They just-
separate teams.
No, they just needed another body, so
They just needed
picked one out
another
of a
team.
hat.
Yeah.
hmm Yep, that's all it was. Who else is left? Shayna's around. Put her in it.
Yeah.
This makes no sense. They had an actual legitimate tag team, a women's tag team, a legitimate one. They broke them up for no reason, put them in separate tag teams on their own, and then
Mhm.
released them both
Yeah,
when they could have just kept them as a tag team. And you have women's tag titles, you have a tag team, use it.
They just don't care
Exactly.
about tag teams.
no, they really don't.
So speaking of tag teams, RK Bro versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy. I really enjoy RK Bro. It's honestly, it's the only time I've ever enjoyed anything Randy Orton has ever done. So
No surprise.
I do like RK Bro, and I also like Alpha Academy. I think Chad Gable's finally like finding his little his. I mean, he's not going to draw money with it, but it's at the same time, it's still he's not just like little college wrestling guy that can you know what I mean? He's
right.
He's found his niche.
Yeah.
Riddle must be excited about the news of marijuana no longer being part of the wellness policy.
I think that's an April Fool's joke.
I'm not sure. Was it?
As far as I know, they don't test for it. They just kind of don't worry about it as much anymore. Right. It's still on the books. I don't think so. I don't think they would put it on corporate WWE's website anyway.
Right. I always forget that people do dumb shit on Facebook.
I have a feeling it's a joke because they wouldn't reveal it that way.
That would be kind of funny though.
Maybe this whole card is an April Fool's joke.
We can only hope.
So after that, we have probably the two matches that I could give the most least. Is that I don't even know if that was a right sentence. But
I like it.
And so far, everything's been crappy. So
there's nothing of them.
Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn, an anything goes match.
That's the one Russ is probably waiting for.
Oh, wait. Time out. I want to go back to something. That women's tag match. Sasha Banks was a top women's star. How is she in this match?
They put her on the card somehow.
They just forgot about her.
That's pretty much.
Yeah. They completely forgot about her.
It's so does anyone feel like this, like the Knoxville Sami Zayn match is going to be like a like not
5-star match,
not a cinematic match, you know what I mean? But it's going to be like I don't know, I could just see Johnny Knoxville running down the hallway at WrestleMania and like a big hand comes out and like slaps Sammy. You know what I mean? There's just like stupid jackass things.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
they should film it in the back or something. Not even have them go to the ring.
That's what I'm thinking. Like especially if it's anything goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100%.
But all right,
we'll be complaining about that one next week.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Sure.
And we're definitely going to be complaining about this next match: Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory.
Oh,
no reason for either guy to be on the show.
No, wasn't he the kicker for the Colts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
he likes to bring that up, Tom, all the time. They love him because he's a commentator and he has his talk show there.
Yeah, you want to talk about Mauro Ranallo up on the table, getting excited. Pat McAfee's just as bad.
He's awful.
He's terrible. He's an idiot.
I can't stand it. He's like trying to be a Jericho for WWE now.
At least Mauro knew what he was talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, I do miss Mauro Ranallo, but I same thing though. He was always like he knew what he was talking about, but he literally everything was at 10. It was always up here.
Just blasting rails at the table.
The next match is Bobby Lashley versus Omos.
Oh God,
that match is going to be awful.
What a
awful,
terrible match! But it is better than the one that I had heard, which ended up being a Raw match, which was Omos versus General Aziz.
Thank God it wasn't on Mania.
They made him, but like I just don't understand. Aziz is basically the same height,
just about.
And you just squashed that. Like, why is one giant dude okay against the other? It's I don't know. At this point, you just have them all team up, stick Shanky with them. The hell?
Isn't Shanky in that battle royal tonight?
Probably. He should win it.
We have to talk about that one. That the names in that battle royal is just ridiculously awful.
Trash.
Oh my God.
Finn Balor better win that match.
And he probably won't.
What's going on right now?
Oh God.
Is it?
Yeah, Aziz is already eliminated.
Wow, that was fast. 6'10" tall guy that's a jobber. Wonderful.
Yep.
He's already been eliminated.
How do you screw that up?
I don't know. Especially for Vince, he loves the tall guys.
Oh boy.
Look at all those awful wrestlers in the ring.
Priest
it's like
almost
all their like
an
low
ACL.
card guys.
Which I feel bad for because you got Damian Priest is decent. Obviously,
yeah,
Balor,
there's a couple of good guys, but most of them are just
Roode,
like no one.
I feel bad for Bobby Roode.
Yeah, that's another one too. If like Damian Priest, dude was according to Russ, was in the best WrestleMania match of last year.
Yep.
And now he's not even on the card.
Ciampa just got eliminated.
Ciampa
was in it? Wow.
Yeah. It's down to 4. Ziggler, Balor, Rude, and Madcap Moss.
What? Oh God. Seriously?
No.
Wow.
Terrible.
God. Madcap.
Madcap's gonna end up wearing this. He's got a nice pair of red socks on today with his brunch loafers.
So you got the suspenders and the shorts that are too short.
Oh yeah. He's got a nice white belt a la Herb Tarlick from WKRP and yellow suspenders.
Oh, yellow today.
He looks like a frickin' doozer from Fraggle Rock.
Doozer. That's awesome.
I guess the red suspenders are getting her in the wash.
Oh, it's now down to Madcap Moss and Finn Balor.
You're kidding me.
No, I am not.
Oh God.
the dream. And he did it.
No.
He did it.
No.
The impossible dream.
Oh my God.
Do you believe in improbables? Madcap Moss is your winner.
Wow.
He is the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Well, they can never do another one because that just killed it.
So mad.
Wow.
I hate this company.
Goddamn mad.
Wow.
I absolutely hate this company.
Some dude that Vince knew from school. Madcap, that's your gimmick, and now he loves them.
I absolutely hate what the WWE has become.
Finn can't win, Damian Priest can't win, Tommaso can't win, but Madcap wins this one? Yeah, okay.
Madcap Moss is your Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner.
Does he get like a world title shot from this?
I hope so.
So you know disappointed right now.
WrestleMania Revenge, whatever they call it this year, it'll be Madcap against Roman or Brock.
Screw it. I'm all aboard. I'm all aboard the Madcap Moss bandwagon.
You should dress like him for Dynamite.
I can't stand this guy's gimmick, but I want him to win the world title now. Wow. They are a dumpster fire.
I am so upset.